Sometimes you whisper to yourself that you are behind. Behind in success, behind in love, behind in life. You look around and see others moving faster. They seem to bloom while you still wait in silence. Their lives look full, radiant, loud. Yours feels quiet, unfinished, uncertain. And in that silence, shame begins to echo. Right. The quiet thought that maybe you missed your chance, that maybe you failed without even realizing it. You compare yourself to timelines you never chose, measure your worth in deadlines you never set. You think you are late as though life keeps a clock. But the truth is, there is no universal schedule. There is no finish line you are meant to have crossed. There is only your own becoming, unfolding slowly. The idea of behind is only an illusion. A shadow cast by comparison and pressure. A voice that tells you growth must be fast to be real. But not all growth is loud. Not all seasons are meant for showing. Some seasons exist only for rooting, for holding the soil in silence until you are ready. You are not failing, you are forming. You are not late, you are learning. Your path is not broken, it is becoming. But I know it doesn't always feel that way. I know how heavy it feels when others pass you. When their joy makes you question your stillness. When their speed makes you doubt your pace. You wonder if stillness means you've been forgotten. You wonder if silence means you'll never arrive. But silence is not absence. Silence is where the roots begin. Silence is where the unseen work happens. Think of a seed. It stays buried long before it breaks the ground. In that time, it is not behind. It is preparing. It is gathering strength in the dark. It is shaping what no one else can see. You are the same. You are not behind. You are becoming. Becoming in silence. Becoming in waiting. Becoming in ways even you cannot see. But you will. One day, the roots will give way to bloom. One day, the waiting will open to movement. One day, the silence will turn into song. But not yet, and that's okay. Growth does not obey urgency. Becoming does not follow pressure. You are unfolding in your own rhythm, and that rhythm is enough. Even if the world cannot understand it, even if people around you cannot see it, even if you cannot always trust it, your becoming is still real. Because life is not a race. It is a garden, and gardens take time. Sometimes long seasons of rain, sometimes long seasons of drought, but still the roots deepen in silence. The hidden parts grow before the visible ones. The unseen work comes before the harvest. So do not shame yourself for being slow. Do not punish yourself for being quiet. Do not think you are behind just because you are unseen. What is invisible is not absent. What is silent is not wasted. Your becoming is alive even now. And if you listen closely, you can hear it. A small heartbeat beneath the surface, a whisper of life taking shape in the dark, a gentle rhythm moving without your control. That is you unfolding. That is you growing quietly. That is you not behind at all. Sometimes the pressure of time will return. Sometimes the voice of comparison will grow loud. Sometimes you'll forget that silence is holy, and that's okay. It only means you are human. It only means you long for proof. But proof will come, in small ways first, in little green shoots of change, in tiny shifts you almost miss, then in bigger ways all at once. But none of it will feel wasted because nothing is wasted, not even the quiet years, not even the invisible seasons, not even the waiting you thought was empty. You are not behind, you are preparing. You are not late, you are alive. And that is enough, more than enough, always enough. Behind whom, really? That's the question worth asking. Because the race you think you've lost doesn't even exist. There is no universal track where everyone runs the same lane. There is no scoreboard keeping count of your delays. The world may try to convince you otherwise, with its timelines, expectations, and loud comparisons. But those are illusions, painted walls, not truths. You are not failing for moving at your own pace, or not broken for unfolding differently. Your rhythm is your own, your seasons are your own, and they do not need permission to exist. The feeling of being behind comes from looking outward, measuring yourself against a story that was never yours. But you are not meant to live someone else's script. You are here to write your own. And that script unfolds in silence before it is spoken. Think of the moon. It does not rush to shine. It waxes and wanes in its own cycle, sometimes full and bright, sometimes hidden in shadow, but even in darkness it is still the moon, still whole.
Ow!
Still becoming. So are you. You are not behind when you are hidden. You are not less when you are quiet. You are still whole, still becoming. But the world forgets this. It claps only for the visible moments. It celebrates only the loud achievements. It forgets the silent work behind every bloom, the unseen effort before every arrival, the long nights before every sunrise. And so you compare your roots to someone else's flowers. You shame yourself for not blooming yet, but you forget you are still in season. Your roots are doing what they must, and that work cannot be rushed. Do you see how much pressure dissolves when you realize this? How the word behind loses its grip, because there is no behind, only becoming. Life is not linear, it is layered, cyclical, surprising. You may feel late, but you are exactly on time for your growth, on time for your lessons, on time for your unfolding. Sometimes it helps to look back, to notice how many times you thought you were late, and how later you realized you were right on time. Remember the friendships that came when you least expected. Remember the opportunities that found you after waiting. Remember the healing that bloomed only when you were ready. None of it arrived too late. It arrived when you were prepared to receive it. That is not being behind, that is being aligned. It's aligned with your season, aligned with your readiness, aligned with your quiet becoming. And still, the voice will return.
Ow.
The voice that says, look at them. They are ahead. The voice that says, you should be further by now. The voice that says, you are too slow. But that voice is not truth. It is fear disguised as urgency. It is comparison dressed as fact. And you do not have to believe it. You can let it pass like a cloud. You can return to the ground beneath your feet. It's the life happening right here, not elsewhere. To the quiet work within you that does not need proof. To the rhythm of your breath, steady and alive. This is your true timeline. Not theirs, not the world's yours, and it cannot be compared. Because no one else is living your becoming. No one else carries your lessons. No one else is called to your path. So why measure yourself against them? Why shrink your becoming into their shape? Why rush a story that is meant to unfold slowly? You are not behind. You are in progress. You are not failing. You are forming. You are not lost. You are on your way. Even if that way is hidden for now. Even if the world cannot see your roots. Even if you doubt the soil you're planted in, growth is still happening beneath the silence. Trust it. Trust your quiet unfolding. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be. Not behind, not too late, not less. But alive, becoming in silence. And that is more than enough. Growth does not always announce itself. Sometimes it hides, like roots stretching deep underground, preparing stability before reaching toward the sky. You may not see this work, but it is happening. Every quiet day carries hidden progress. Every still night whispers of change beneath the surface. This is the unseen season of becoming, a time when nothing looks different, yet everything is shifting. A time when silence is not emptiness, but preparation. Think of the seed buried in soil. To the eye, it looks lifeless. Nothing moves, nothing grows. But beneath, a miracle is forming. Invisible to all, yet steady and unstoppable. You are like that seed in your unseen seasons. You may feel buried, forgotten, overlooked, but really, you are rooting. Gathering strength in silence. Building a foundation you will one day rise from. The world may not clap for this work. It rarely celebrates patience. It rarely notices the invisible, but the invisible is what holds everything together. Without roots, flowers fall. Without silence, songs scatter. Without rest, strength collapses. So do not curse your hidden seasons. They are not wasted. They are essential. Your silence is not absence, it is gestation, a time of becoming that cannot be rushed. Like winter preparing spring. Like dusk preparing dawn. like stillness preparing flight. Your life is not stalled, it is steeping, gathering depth, patience, and wisdom. Lessons sink in more deeply when they are quiet. Healing takes root more fully when it is unseen. Strength grows stronger when tested in silence. That is why these hidden seasons matter. They are your apprenticeship with life, training you in ways the eye cannot measure, sculpting your heart into something resilient, shaping your spirit into something enduring, teaching you the rhythm of patience, teaching you the art of trust, teaching you the quiet strength of waiting. Waiting not as passivity, but as preparation. Waiting not as delay, but as readiness. It's waiting not as punishment, but as protection. Because some doors are not ready to open yet. Some paths are not safe to walk yet. Some dreams need more soil before they can bloom. And so life tucks you into silence for a while. Not to punish you, but to prepare you. Not to hold you back, but to hold you steady. Not to make you less, but to make you more. The unseen seasons are where resilience is born, where faith deepens without evidence, where courage learns to breathe in uncertainty. This is not falling behind, it is forming within. Your stillness is not wasted. Your slowness is not weakness. Your invisibility is not insignificance. These are the quiet markers of becoming. One day, the roots will give way to branches. One day, what was hidden will bloom in the open. But even then, the world will not see the full truth. They will see the flower, not the roots. They will see the glow, not the hidden fire. They will see the breakthrough, not the quiet years. But you will know. You will carry the memory of your unseen seasons. You will know how much strength was formed in silence. You will remember the nights that shaped you, the doubts you survived, the patience you learned, the soft faith you built. And those memories will steady you again. When the next silent season comes, because silence is not a one-time visitor, it returns in cycles, like the moon. Each time asking you to trust again. Each time inviting you to grow unseen. It's time reminding you. Behind is an illusion. Becoming is the truth. And becoming does not always look like progress. Sometimes it looks like stillness. Sometimes it looks like nothing is happening. Sometimes it looks like waiting with empty hands. But these appearances deceive. The real work is often invisible, like roots, like breath, like love itself. You do not see it, but you feel its power. You cannot measure it, but you know it is real. This is your season now. Not to rush, not to compare, not to despair, but to rest in the truth that silence is growth. You are becoming even now. Trust is not built in noise. It is built in silence. It is built when nothing seems certain, when the path is hidden and the map is unclear. This is where you learn to lean on patience, to rest in the unseen rhythm of your life, not forcing, not rushing, but allowing time to unfold, allowing growth to emerge at its own pace, allowing yourself to simply be without demand. This is how trust is born. Trust is a soft strength. It whispers, even if I cannot see, I can still believe. Even if I do not know, I can still move gently forward. It does not shout, does not demand proof. It simply rests in the unseen, like a bird resting on the wind, like a flower opening without fear of frost, like the sea trusting the shore to return. You can learn to trust in this way too. You can learn to soften into the unknown, to see silence not as punishment, but as protection. To see waiting not as emptiness, but as preparation. To see invisibility not as failure, but as formation. This shift changes everything. Suddenly, you no longer fight your hidden season, you lean into it. You begin to listen more deeply. You begin to notice subtle things. The way your heart whispers instead of shouts. The way small joys rise gently through the cracks. The way stillness makes space for self-discovery. Life becomes softer when you stop resisting silence. You begin to see that quiet is not empty, it is alive. Alive with possibilities that cannot be rushed. Alive with wisdom that grows slowly like moss. Alive with lessons that settle deep into your being. This is why the quiet matters. It gives you the ground to stand on. It gives you the roots to rise from. It gives you the clarity you will need later. Though the world may not see this work, you do. You feel it in your spirit. Subtle shifts, the gentle deepening. The slow gathering of courage you didn't know you had. You are learning to trust yourself here, trusting your pace, trusting your process, It's trusting that silence does not mean failure. Trusting that quiet is not the opposite of growth, but its foundation. It is in the unseen where you discover who you are, where you learn that you are enough, even without constant proof, where you begin to carry peace within you, not chase it outside. Trust in silence is trust in yourself. And trust in yourself is the beginning of freedom. The freedom to move at your own rhythm. The freedom to say, I am not late. I am not behind. I am exactly where I need to be. This truth frees you from the clock, from the comparisons, from the pressure to always show visible progress. Progress is often invisible at first, and that is okay. You do not need to perform growth. You only need to live it. Even if no one notices, even if no one applauds, even if no one understands, your quiet season is still sacred. It still counts. It still matters. Because you are still becoming. It's becoming softer, stronger, wiser. Becoming someone who can walk gently through storms. Becoming someone who carries peace in a restless world. Becoming someone who does not measure worth by speed. Becoming someone who understands that growth takes time. This is what trust teaches you. To let go of the idea that faster is better. To release the belief that visible is the only proof of progress. To stop clinging to timelines that are not yours. And instead, to rest in your own quiet rhythm. To believe that what is unseen is still enough. To know that becoming is not a race, but a blossoming. And every blossom opens in its own time. Not a moment too soon, not a moment too late. Exactly when it is ready. And so it is with you. Your season will come when it must. Until then, you are not waiting, you are weaving. Weaving roots, weaving strength, weaving self-trust. And that is enough. More than enough. The quiet is not something to escape. It is something to embrace. For it is here that you learn the true art of becoming. The world may not see your roots, but it will feel the shade of your branches. It will feel the quiet strength you carry. The calm you bring into anxious rooms. The gentleness you offer when others are harsh. The patience you hold when others rush. These are not small things. They are silent gifts. Gifts shaped by your unseen becoming. When you learn to hold silence, you carry peace. When you learn to trust stillness, you carry steadiness. The world needs both. It needs souls who are not racing. It needs hearts who are not hardened by speed. It needs spirits who can soften the edges of life. You're becoming that kind of presence. Quiet, yet deeply alive. Still, yet full of strength, yet unshakable. Your becoming is not only for you, it ripples outward in ways you cannot see, in the kindness you show, in the way you listen without rushing, in the patience you extend to someone lost, in the softness you embody when the world is sharp. This is how your silence speaks, not in noise but in presence, not in words but in energy. People feel it, even if they cannot name it. They feel safer near you. They breathe easier with you. They find a little rest in your quietness. And this is not accidental. It is the fruit of your unseen seasons, the fruit of your silent growth, the fruit of your hidden becoming. The more you learn to rest in silence, the more you offer rest to others. The more you soften within, the more softness you bring to the world. The more you trust your slow becoming, the more you inspire others to trust theirs. You become a mirror of possibility. A quiet reminder that growth does not need to rush, that healing does not need to shout, that becoming does not need applause. You show with your life what gentle courage looks like. Not loud, not dramatic. Steady, consistent, faithful. And the world changes because of this. Not in sudden explosions, but in quiet shifts. In softened conversations. In moments of kindness sparked by your example. Silent encouragement given without words. Your becoming has always been bigger than you. It has always carried seeds for others. Seeds that will grow in their time. Seeds that will one day bear fruit in lives you will never see. That is the beauty of silent becoming. It is never wasted. It is never only yours. It always pours outward, quietly, steadily. The shade of a tree is not for itself. The river does not drink its own water. The lamp does not shine only for itself, and neither does your becoming. It is for those who cross your path, for those who feel lost and need a steady hand, for those who feel rushed and need a gentle reminder, for those who feel behind and need to see another way. Without saying a word, you show them. You show them it is safe to slow down. You show them it is safe to trust silence. You show them it is safe to bloom in their own time. This is how quiet souls lead, not by rushing ahead, but by standing rooted, by being steady in a restless world, by carrying peace that does not depend on circumstances. That is leadership too, a quiet kind, a steady kind that does not demand to be noticed, but transforms everything it touches. You may not see the full impact, but it is there, in the way someone remembers your patience, in the way someone recalls your gentleness, in the way someone feels safer because of your presence. These are quiet ripples, ripples that spread far beyond you, ripples born from your becoming in silence. So when you doubt the worth of your unseen season, remember this. Your growth is never just for you, it is always also for others, for the spaces you touch, for the lives you cross, for the world you quietly soften. Becoming in silence is never wasted. It is the hidden gift the world doesn't know it needs, and you are carrying it right now. So here you are, in a season the world may not see, a season that feels slow, a season that feels hidden. But it is not wasted, it is not empty, it is sacred, it is alive with unseen growth. You are not behind, you are simply becoming in silence. And that is holy work, work that cannot be rushed, work that cannot be measured by clocks, work that is guided by seasons of the soul. The tree does not scold itself for winter, the river does not hurry its flow, the dawn does not rush the sun, neither should you. Your pace is not wrong, your timing is not broken, you're moving as you are meant to, slowly, deeply, quietly, and it is enough, more than enough. The world may not applaud your roots, but they are holding you steady, they are feeding your hidden growth. They are preparing you for blooms yet unseen. One day, those blooms will come, and they will feel effortless, as if they appeared overnight, but you will know the truth. You will know the years of silence. You will know the quiet becoming. You will know the patience it took, and that will make it sacred. Do not despise your hidden seasons. Do not rush your quiet growth. Do not compare your timeline to theirs, because you are not late. You are not missing out. You are not forgotten. You are becoming, and becoming takes time. It takes space. It takes silence. That is not failure. That is wisdom. Wisdom that your soul carries deeply. Wisdom that cannot be measured by the world. You are walking your own quiet path, and that path matters. It matters even when no one sees it. It matters even when you doubt it. It matters because it is yours. Yours to tend. Yours to walk. Yours to cherish. Do not measure yourself by noise. Do not measure yourself by speed. Do not measure yourself by milestones that are not yours. Your life is not a race. It is a garden, and gardens grow slowly. They rest, they pause, they bloom in their time. So does your soul. You are not falling behind. You are simply rooted in a season of silence. And roots are everything. They are the foundation. They are the strength beneath the surface. They are the life that sustains the tree. And they are your hidden strength now. You are becoming in ways the eye cannot see. Becoming wiser, becoming softer, becoming stronger, becoming yourself. Slowly, quietly, faithfully. And when the time is right, the world will see it. It will see what has always been there. It will see the strength you've carried in silence. It will see the depth that only quiet can create. They will see the soul you have become. But even then, it will not be about their seeing. It will be about your becoming, your journey, your unfolding, your sacred pace. You are not behind. You are right on time, becoming as you are meant to, becoming in silence. This is quiet philosophy, where thinking isn't loud, and life doesn't need to be either. Subscribe if you haven't already. Not for noise, but for something you can actually feel.